Hey, what's up you guys? This is Rob from Gay Guy Plays, and today on the Quick Draw, we're getting speared when we take a look at the Sydon. Now, the crowds have been clamoring for more puncture-based melee weapons, and the Sydon definitely delivers, completely forgoing slash damage for some extra penetration. 3 times the penetration, in fact. Now, while it's great and good to give the people exactly what they asked for, the Sydon does go to show that sometimes you gotta be a little more creative if you truly want something that'll stand out in a crowd. Now, you can pick up the Sydon's blueprint in the Grenier lab of your clan dojo after you've completed the appropriate research, which does require the alert exclusive Nitane extract. So if you're stuck with shitty clanmates that never donate anything, like me, then you may want to pick it up in the market pre-built along with a weapon slot in Catalyst for 180 plat. Now, the Sydon's primary damage type is puncture, with a very small splash of impact and no slash anywhere in sight. This makes it amazing when up against armored and robotic enemies, however it does suffer against shielded units, so be sure to equip the appropriate elemental combos in order to deal the optimal amount of damage. Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest here. The first thing I do when I look at weapons is I tend to compare them to their counterparts to see where they stack up. And I was almost shocked to see how similar the whole Polearm category is. The damage spread between legitimately usable weapons is only 15 points of damage, and the supplemental stats are also very similar, falling within 10% of each other. Legitimately, it all boils down to, do you want to use the Orthos Prime? No? Okay, what damage type do you want, because the rest of these are practically all the same? Rant aside, without comparison to its peers, the Sydon's damage falls on the higher end of mid-tier, and offers a 25% status chance. Whoopee! In addition, it's a bit on the slow side, and its underwhelming critical chance doesn't really give you the option to speed it up with Berserker. Now, I will give credit where credit is due. As with all polearms, this does work quite well with primed reach, allowing you to strike down multiple targets at once, and in addition, its base damage and status chance combine quite well with the corrosive damage type to create an anti-armor machine when running in pubs or going solo. Or, you could just use the Sero, which has the same status chance, attack speed, attack range, and also deals 75 points of innate electrical damage that you can combine into corrosive. Cause let's be real, they're all pretty much interchangeable. Now, speaking of things that are similar to other things, can we talk? Okay, so the more I think about it, the more the whole polearm category kind of seems a bit like porn. If you've seen one, you've basically seen them all, right? I mean, there's gonna be someone fiddling with a long shaft, a fairly standard rhythm due to very similar attack speeds, and some form of penetration. Now, for some people, that totally gets the job done, and maybe this makes me a complete and total freak, however, I need more. They really need to crank up their polearm game, maybe something with a massive throbbing base damage, or something a bit rougher where you can go berserker on someone's ass. Like, the category as it stands is extremely vanilla. They need to go 50 Shades of Grey on that bitch, because I'm tired of this bland bullshit. Give me some crit, vary up the attack speeds, do something crazy with supplemental stats. This is supposed to be a trident. Give me some triple penetration levels of excitement. Seriously, give me the water sports version of polearms, because at this point, anything less and I'm fucking falling asleep. Now, before I drift off into dreamland, let's finish up this quick draw. So, all in all, the Sydon is fairly bog standard when it comes to polearms. Aside from its damage type and aesthetic, it doesn't really offer anything that isn't offered by another weapon in the same category. In addition, it doesn't come with any innate polarities, so if you want to max it out, you'll end up having to shell out a couple forma in addition to any of the component costs used to build it. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, while it's boring, it's not a terrible weapon. Puncture is a great damage type, especially if you're going into the Void or up against the Grenier solo, and let's be real here. While it is mastery fodder, at least it's not terrible mastery fodder. Like, you're definitely gonna get use out of this. I mean, this thing's got 3 points of penetration. There is no way you're not gonna have fun with this one. So thank you all for watching another episode of The Quick Draw. For a few more titillating options of play, be sure to check out my top 5 favorite melee weapons of 2015, as well as my previous episode on the Mios. Now, don't forget to do all the things that I asked you to do at the end of every one of these, and as always, stay tuned for more of my pleas for excitement here at A Gay Guy Plays. Okay, real talk for a minute. Can someone explain to me how this is supposed to be a puncture weapon when there isn't even any pointy bits on it? Like, literally, you just slap enemies down with it, like it's a fucking gigantic fly swatter or some shit.